Many people talk about a high vibe or high vibrations, but most don't understand the true importance and how they can create it. Tune in while I share the benefits of raising your vibration and how to go about doing it. First of all, the law of vibration tells us that everything is made up of energy, and so everything vibrates. So you have always had a vibration because you are made up of energy. And we measure the speed or pattern that something vibrates at by its frequency. For humans, the lower frequencies are associated with heavy, dense emotions that we may feel, such as anger, grief, or despair. This doesn't mean that someone with a really low frequency will always be feeling these emotions. As you know, our emotions come and go based on our thoughts. It does mean that we'll experience those more dense, unpleasant emotions more often and take longer to move through them. Alternatively, the more pleasant emotions are at a much higher frequency. And the higher that you're able to raise your vibration, the more often you're able to experience and hold on to those more pleasant emotions like love, joy, and peace. And being able to experience more joy and peace more often is just one of the important benefits. As your frequency rises, it also becomes much easier to raise your consciousness. Many gurus over the centuries have taught the opposite, which is not accurate. If you want to raise your consciousness, you have to raise your frequency first. Your current emotions do not create and lift your frequency. So now that you understand what having a high vibration really means and why it's important, let's talk about how to raise yours. There are 3 steps. The first is to measure your frequency regularly so you know where it's currently at. Otherwise, you won't know if you're accomplishing your goal of lifting it. I have a separate free training on how to do this, along with a chart of the frequency levels you'll want to track, which we've included in the show notes, so be sure to grab it. The second step is to pay attention and take action if your frequency isn't continuing to rise. There was a large expansion in the frequencies available to us over a year ago, and everyone's frequency will want to rise under normal conditions. If your frequency hasn't changed in over 30 days, then it's stuck for one of 2 reasons. The first is that you may have an emotion trapped, which will hold your frequency in place and keep it from rising. This is easily diffused by an energy master and something we do in the Rising Tide Sisterhood. The second reason your frequency will stop rising is that you're not around others with a high enough frequency. Basically, the company that you keep may be keeping you down. Now, I'm not advocating for anyone to dump all of their friends and family members. In fact, it may be part of your path to help others around you to lift their frequency, because you can when your frequency is higher than those around you. In order to combat this negative influence on your frequency, however, you can seek out new friends who are proactive in lifting their frequency. Again, you'll find this type of tribe in the Rising Tide Sisterhood. If you've been called to watch this video, you're here to help raise those around you. Don't shirk this great responsibility. Be diligent and proactive in lifting your own vibration, and you will lift others. Don't forget to hit subscribe and stay in the loop on our future trainings.